Good afternoon. This is Gino Show. I am Gino. And also, the reason we're here is because I have a very handsome guest, and he will introduce himself. Would you be kind enough to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Steve D'Agostino. Steve Jones D'Agostino is my legal name. And I'm the president of the Rotary Club of Acton, Boxborough. I served also last year, the last Rotary year. And for some reason, I forgot to put my hand down, and I got elected again for this current year, which began this past July 1st. So I'm president again this year as well.
He doesn't do not only one every year, he does it the second year, see? He's a gentleman. He appreciates to be a Rotarian. Rotary is very, very, very nice. Anybody should join. Everybody should know what Rotary really does.
I think that's the biggest challenge facing Rotary, and for many, many years, is a lot of people around the world think it's a gear or it's like a roundabout.
Right.
And so Rotary International's been working hard over the last couple of decades to let the general public know what exactly Rotary is and what it does.
And the reason we're here, both of us, is because every year we trying to raise money, and when we raise money, all that money that we do, it goes to the. We give it to school. We give it so many different directions. In other words, we trying to do a good deed and helping. There is so many. We can explain that later.
Yeah, it's really service above self that we
it's
do.
also service above. We don't get paid for it.
Nope.
It costs us money actually to participate, and also we have to pay dues. Not much, but that's what we do. And
then we do fundraisers too.
Yeah,
and
the reason we're doing today is because they're going to have raising money, and how they do it, participate in a golf. A lot of people in Westford, in Acton, in Littleton, around Boxborough, they like to play golf, and here we are, and the golf is going to be played in Acton on a 9-hole, which is so close by, and anybody enjoy it. Then they have something to eat, and I sell tickets to raise extra money, and then if you win, you get a gift. So you enjoy it. Just to participate is a nice thing to do.
And to learn more, just go to our website, and on the home page you'll see some information about it, and then when you click on a link on the home page, it'll take you to another page that has all the details. And also you can register on that page too, the home page, or maybe it's the second page. You can register as a sponsor or also as a player, or both.
Yeah, and this is how we raise money. It's only $100, okay? But you meet different people, and maybe you might have a friend or a wife that like to participate, and then enjoy it. It's a day that you can enjoy, providing I'm praying that there's going to be a beautiful day, so anybody can come and enjoy. And so we can raise some money, and all that money that we raise, it goes for charity practically.
And even I'll be playing, and I'm the ultimate hacker.
Oh, you are?
If I come back with half of the golf balls, I consider that a good day.
Wow.
And in golf, you can only take, the highest you can take is a 36 for the handicap.
Okay.
I've been urging them to let me take a 72.
Ooh.
So at least it'll get me under 100. But they said, no, you can only do a 36.
I didn't even know. You never told us this.
Well, I grew up next to a farm in
okay.
Rochdale, which is half of that is in Leicester, half is in Oxford. And several years later, probably when I was in my teens, they turned it into a golf course, Pinecrest. So after all the golfers left the course at dusk, we'd stand in the backyard and
pick up the balls.
Yeah, we pick up the balls, but we'd also get off drives.
How do you like that?
And so I got my drive down pretty good. The rest of the game, forget about it.
But it's enjoyable.
It is, yeah.
And you meet people.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the end. everybody's happy for that particular day.
I think Mark Twain once said, "Golf is a good walk spoiled," but it is a good walk, and it isn't spoiling. It's not something that's going to be spoiled
Yeah.
if you really enjoy it. And don't act like you're a professional golfer, unless you are.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
usually we don't have professional golfers golfing with us.
But everybody is a professional.
Sure.
They come, they are professional, and we want them to, invite them, and so they can participate, and also they're doing a good deed too.
That's right. And this golf tournament, for the first year, we've been doing it for 30 years now, or this will be the 30th year.
Right.
But this is the first year that we're naming it the Bud Flannery Memorial Golf Tournament.
Yeah.
Bud was one of the founding members of the Rotary Club of Acton,
Acton,
Boxborough in
Boxborough.
1962.
Yeah.
He passed away earlier this year.
Yeah.
And he was one of the founders of the golf tournament as well, back 30 years ago. So we thought it would be great to honor him by naming the golf tournament after him.
Right.
And hopefully up on the, wherever he is, up in
Oh,
the sky,
yeah.
he'll be very proud of it.
He's going to say, "Hey, Gino, hey, Steve, what are you? Hey, John, what are you?"
Maybe he can reduce my hooks.
Right. Oh, he was a nice gentleman.
Yes.
I used to take him in different clubs, and the family says, "Where is Pop going?" He's going with Gino. He's going to take him to a different Rotary club. I enjoy his company.
Well, he was one of the gentlemen who, you have demographics where somebody's 80 years old and they act like they're 80 years old. And then there are people who are 80, but they act like they're maybe 30 or 40 or 50. And he was in that latter class. He may be demographically 80 or whatever his age was, but he acted in a youthful sort of a way, not as a young person necessarily, but a person with wisdom. But he had a lot of energy and ideas, and he liked the idea of fun, which he introduced to our club. There's a four-way test for Rotary International that clubs usually repeat at the beginning of each meeting. So many years ago, Bud decided he was at the fifth run.
And
right? Will it be fun?
And everybody was happy and clapping, and every time we had that, everybody enjoyed it. Everybody was laughing. We really miss, but he's in a good spot.
He is.
Yeah, God is watching over him. Yeah.
And then really Rotary is service above self, I think, as I mentioned earlier. So it's really doing service for the local community, and we also work on service projects abroad.
Correct.
So, for example, we can team up with a club in, say, the African continent or the South American continent, and do what's called a global grant that the Rotary International helps to fund. And the idea of that is to develop international cooperation.
Right.
The Rotary itself was one of the founding members, along with the International Red Cross of the United Nations.
Yeah, correct.
And I believe it still has a seat. It's a non-voting seat.
I went to the nation. I went
to the United Nations? I've still got to get there. I haven't been there yet.
Yeah. They do that every couple of years, and you should go.
Yeah.
It's I might like to go back. It's nice.
Well, I like the fact that they fight with each other on the floor, but it's better than they're fighting on the battlefield.
Right. That's beautiful. I hope we have how many we need at the 9 hole?
Yes.
40 people?
Hopefully we'll get about 100, but
Yeah.
if we had 40, 50, that would be great.
Yeah.
And it's going to be held at Quail Ridge Country Club at 49 Skyline Drive in Acton. Obviously, if you live in Acton, you know where it is.
Everybody knows what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that is beautiful, and I hope a lot of people will come, and I hope they see this on TV or YouTube or on whatever.
And then if you go to our website, you'll see not only the flyer that Gino is holding up, but there's also a dynamic, interactive form you can fill out if you'd like to be a player.
Right.
And then you would use your credit card to pay for it online. If you want to be a sponsor, then there are different levels you can pick for sponsorship. If you want to do both, you can click on both forms or one form at a time and do both.
And if they forget to make a check or something, they can bring the check with them, and then they look for Gino and give me the check, It's made to Acton Boxborough Rotary, and then I'll give it to the secretary or to
That's
the,
right.
you know, yeah.
And Gino is a member of the Littleton Rotary Club.
Correct, yeah.
And you go to many other Rotary
I
Club
go
meetings.
actually, this week I went to, this week past, I went to 5. I almost went to the 6, but I had to go shopping for my sister. I missed the.
So that was service above
Bedford.
self.
Yeah, I had to help my sister. And I went to visit my brother. He's 91 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So everything we do is for a good cause.
Yes.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
And again, the golf tournament, and we also do Bid for Brighter Futures in the late winter, early spring, which is also a fundraiser.
Yes.
But all of that money, or at least the net amount, because we have some expenses we have to incur and pay for, all of the net proceeds go to local charitable nonprofits. So the golf tournament proceeds can be used. Typically, we use it for all kinds of projects throughout the year. And with the Bid for Brighter Futures, this past year we picked 4 local charitable nonprofits and gave each of them a certain amount of the net proceeds.
That's very nice, yeah. I think most of the club does the same thing, practically.
Yeah.
They have a different activity, you know, how it raise money, and some of them have dancing, and some they have, that, what would you call, the duck, like a...
Oh, yeah, I'm forgetting which club that is, but it's the duck race.
Bull Run.
Bull Run.
Yeah.
And they have these little yellow ducks, and they put them in the water.
That's how they raise money. Yeah. I buy tickets every year. And I don't win, but that's okay. I contribute.
It's a fun thing to do.
It's a lot of fun thing to do, yeah. You're right. Every club does something different.
Maybe what we can do is we'll join up and we'll get in, those inflatable rafts that are look like ducks, and then we'll race each other down the
That'd be
river.
good, huh? And see who wins, right?
That's right.
Oh, that'd be something. Especially you. I think you win.
I'll probably keel over.
And go underwater.
I'll make sure to wear a life jacket.
So this is an activity that you should, trying to make the golf. It's right local in Acton, and you meet other friends because they become friends when they play with you. So I hope to see you in Acton and play golf. And my name is Gino, and this is Gino Show. I want to say thank you. I hope everybody is watching this, and it's going to be almost everywhere. We want to thank you so much, and God bless.